I'm sorry, Yuki. I've decided to date Kitaji.
Looks like she has more fun with me. Haha. Pretty pathetic for the #1 salesperson, isn't it?
Ugh, I know I shouldn't let it get to me, but how am I supposed to concentrate on work in this situation? Huh?
He's #1 in sales again?
Ninose, I can hear you. My name is Yuki Kazusa. I'm a 28-year-old supervisor in the sales department of an advertising agency called Urban Promote. And he's Ninose Kitaji. He's 2 years younger than me and joined our company as a mid-career hire 6 months ago, making him my subordinate. In a company with only 50 employees and 10 salespeople, getting transferred because of a bad relationship is pretty much impossible, so we were stuck glaring at each other day after day. That kind of attitude shows in your sales. Please learn some basic professional etiquette.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't look convinced. He acts normal around everyone else and does his job, so I'm just keeping an eye on him for now. I heard that at his previous company, Ninose was a top salesperson, even outperforming his superiors. He came here seeking better compensation. His track record is solid. He put his natural sales skills to work and climbed to the #2 spot within 6 months. Unfortunately for him, I was the immovable #1. In other words, his sales performance has hit a ceiling at 2nd place, and he resents me for being the reason. He probably thought he could be #1 here too. I'm sure he's working hard, but that's no excuse for his snide remarks.
Kotaka, working hard today?
Hey, you're too close.
It would have been fine if I could just maintain a civil relationship with Ninose, but... To make matters worse, my girlfriend, Kotoka Kawai, is good friends with Ninose from high school. I heard they were just friends back then, but as soon as he found out she was my girlfriend, he started acting like this every single day. Hey, Kotoka, I know it can't be helped at work, but it's complicated for me to see you being so close to other guys. Kotoka is in the creative department at her company. As a designer, she needs to work closely with my sales team. We grew closer through frequent work collaborations and successful projects, and 2 years ago, I confessed my feelings to her. That's how we started dating. I want you to have fun at your upcoming class reunion, of course, but please be careful.
Of course, I understand.
Although I didn't stop her from seeing Ninose, I was anxious. Still, I believe she understood. Or so I thought.
I'm sorry, Yuki. I've decided to date Kitaji.
My worst fears came true. It seems my words meant nothing to her.
Looks like she has more fun with me. Haha. Pretty pathetic for the #1 salesperson, isn't it?
The class reunion was so much fun. It felt like we were back in high school. So that's how it is. It was fun while it lasted.
I sent her off to the reunion with a sense of dread, and on the Monday after, I found out Ninose had stolen Kotoka from me.
Kitaji, I finished the design proposal you mentioned. Could you take a look?
Wow, you're amazing, Kotoka. Your sense of style is the best. Let's show this proposal to the client.
Thank you. It makes it all worthwhile when you say that.
From that day on, both Kotoka and Ninose were on a roll. Their behavior was much more blatant than when she was with me, so much so that even her colleagues were frowning. Are they doing this on purpose so I can hear them? Keep it professional at the workplace. Their sickeningly sweet voices are grating on my ears. I have to work with them, so it's unavoidable, but I'm getting fed up with their obvious ulterior motives. Ugh, I know I shouldn't let it get to me, but how am I supposed to concentrate on work in this situation? Huh? A new email popped up on my personal phone. The sender was Innovate Communications. They're a major integrated advertising agency with 1,000 employees and an annual revenue of 80 billion yen. I've even done business with them a few times. What? A headhunting offer from a major company? My career had already hit a ceiling at my current company, so I've been thinking about moving to a bigger one anyway. I remember how everyone I worked with at Innovate Communications was sincere and quick-witted. It was no wonder the company was growing. I can't work productively in this environment, and more importantly, a career opportunity like this is rare. So I contacted them. After carefully preparing, I went through several interviews, feeling nervous the whole time. After receiving a job offer, I told my boss and the CEO that I was leaving for career advancement and expressed my gratitude. They were sad to see me go, but supported my decision, so I left on good terms. Yes, likewise. I successfully transferred to Innovate Communications and was assigned to the digital division of the sales department, which has about 80 people. After greeting the HR manager, I headed to my new department and...
Oh, Yuki. It's been a while.
You're Yuika? It's been a while. She's Yuika Ogawa. We had met a few times when I was at my previous company. I remember that the gentle 26-year-old woman was also in the digital sales division.
I can't believe you actually came. When I heard you'd be working here starting today, I was so excited. You have excellent sales skills, and I realized how reliable you are when we worked together before.
You're making me blush. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations.
Yes, I'm looking forward to working with you.
Feeling a bit bashful, I began my training and started working in the digital sales division. Alright, this is my chance to test my abilities. I'm gonna get results no matter what. And so 3 months have passed since that hopeful start.
Yuki, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Tonight, Yuka invited me out for a drink after work, but I might have had a little too much. The thing is... No way. I was prepared to be at the bottom of the rankings at first, but to be still 5th from the bottom after 3 months. I used to be the #1 salesperson. I thought I could excel here too, but the environment was much tougher than I had imagined.
Our company shares everyone's sales figures in the monthly meeting materials to foster a competitive spirit. It can be pretty tough on your mental health, right?
I was prepared for it, but seeing it in reality really hits hard. I knew I was joining a major company full of elites, but I never thought I'd be this buried. I was just a big fish in a small pond.
That's not true. I have so much to learn from you. I really mean it.
Yuika was desperately trying to cheer me up. She had been saying things like that to me regularly, so I knew she wasn't lying. By now, we had become quite close. She told me it felt more natural to speak casually since I was older, so I stopped using formal language with her. Thanks. Sorry for making you worry. I didn't want to show you my uncool side.
Oh, don't. Please, don't apologize. I'm the one who invited you for a drink, and besides, it just shows how dedicated you are to your work. I think it's wonderful.
I told myself her flushed cheeks were from the alcohol and changed the subject to shake off the feeling that I might be misunderstanding. Oh, by the way, you always rank high, don't you, Yuika? You're 20th this time, 3 spots up from before. That's really amazing. The top members are usually the same people. Breaking into that group requires an incomparable amount of effort compared to climbing from the bottom, which shows just how hard she must have worked.
Sales is all about guts. Listen up. No whining allowed. If there's a need, you go through fire or water.
There's a need even in places like that?
That's right. Whether the client is old or young, a man or a woman, a time traveler or an alien, a salesperson goes out to make the sale.
You're traveling through time and space? Anyway, it's been 3 months since I joined, so I can't make any more excuses. Yuika's encouragement and seeing her progress had ignited my competitive spirit. I'm gonna claw my way up, no matter what. With my motivation fired up, I aggressively made calls and visits during the day. At night, I stayed later than anyone else to do paperwork. During my commute and before bed, I analyzed target demographics. My goal was to simply work harder than anyone else in the department. But on the weekend, after days of long hours, I was exhausted. Still, I didn't want to compromise, so I chugged a coffee and turned my gaze back to the screen. Okay, at least this paperwork for today.
Good evening, Yuki.
Good evening. You're still here, Yuika?
Yeah, I was just organizing some documents in another room. Is there some work you can't finish? I can help you.
It's okay, I'll be able to leave soon. Thanks for your concern. Man, I'm really feeling how difficult it is to get high sales figures here. Every day, I'm reminded of how incredible you are, Yuika.
No, not at all.
Why are you able to work so hard? Getting to 20th place couldn't have been easy, right?
I'm just really competitive. I didn't want to make excuses about being a woman for my low rank, so I worked hard.
She told me that when she first joined, someone told her, "It's understandable because you're a woman," and that really frustrated her.
I know they were just trying to encourage me when my performance was improving, but I actually want to go even higher.
She's not satisfied even with her current rank, which is already amazing. Her unyielding competitive spirit and hunger, which weren't warped by this elite environment, are what allowed her to grow so much. The more I heard, the more I was amazed by her passion. At the same time, a question popped into my mind. A few days ago, someone from HR told me that you were the one who suggested headhunting me to our boss.
What? You found out? Oh, how embarrassing.
Yes, on my first day, the recruiter told me that this headhunting offer came to be because of your suggestion. At the time, I just assumed it was because we had a business connection, but the more I heard about her passion, the more I wondered. It's an honor to be recognized by someone as ambitious and accomplished as you, but why?
It's a given that I thought you had the potential to succeed at this company. But the truth is, when we worked on that deal before, I felt that your attitude towards work was the same as mine. So I thought if we worked at the same company, we could push each other to be better, and work would be even more fun. When they were considering it, others who had worked with you also welcomed the idea of headhunting you. I heard the HR department also contacted you based on your reputation in the industry as the immovable #1.
I see. Coming here, I've realized I can still grow a lot more. Thank you for suggesting they headhunt me. But now that we're in the same department, I won't lose. I'll catch up to you in no time.
Yes, I accept your challenge.
Around the time I was renewing my resolve and competing with Yuika, back at Urban Promote.
Hey, Kitaji, wanna go somewhere next weekend?
Sorry. I've got something to do.
They were also spending their own time in their own ways. 3 years had passed in a flash since I changed jobs and started competing with Yuika. One day, the HR manager came to my desk. "Manager, good afternoon. Is something wrong?" "Not at all. I'm honored if I was able to help. I'll continue to work hard." After our conversation, I nervously prepared for today's work and headed out.
Good afternoon, Yuki. You have a pitch for a new project today, right?
Yeah, I do. It directly affects my performance, so I need to be extra focused. I'm definitely going to win this contract, and I'm not going to lose to you.
All right. I have a pitch coming up soon too, so I won't lose either.
Encouraged by Yuika, I headed to the pitch with a renewed sense of purpose. Phew, just do what I always do and it'll be fine. Yuika cheered me on, so... I joined up with my team members, the creative lead and the planner, and we arrived at the office building where the pitch was being held. Pitches for new projects are high risk, high reward. If we win the contract, we get a great evaluation, but if we're rejected, all our preparation goes to waste. Just then, I was approached by a voice I didn't want to hear.
Well, if it isn't Yuki.
Ninose. Of all people, I ran into Ninose. I hadn't been told the names of the competing companies for this pitch. So this was the first I knew that Urban Promote was participating.
It's a shame you ran into me at a pitch after you finally managed to escape from me by changing jobs. I heard you switched jobs to broaden your career, but I'm sure that was just an excuse, right?
You'll see soon enough whether it's a lie or the truth. See you.
Oh, aren't you gonna ask about your beloved Kotoka?
The way you're bringing it up, I'm sure you two are getting along splendidly.
As if.
Of course I dumped her. She fell for me just because I was a little nice to her. What a joke. It seems she didn't even realize I was only getting close to her to make you feel incompetent. I figured as much. I have no lingering feelings for her, but even I have to frown at the way he treated her.
Now I'm the #1 salesperson at her company. On top of that, I was promoted to supervisor right after you left. So how about you?
I'm sure you are. As for me, I realized I was just a big fish in a small pond.
Suddenly so humble. It seems your experience of running away from me really got to you. Well, I'll be taking today's contract, so you can just sit there and bite your nails in frustration.
With that, Ninose returned to the conference room in high spirits. Shortly after, the pitch began.
He's working at Innovate Communications?
When I stood at the podium in the conference room and gave Ninose a look, his face turned bright red. He must have finally realized that I really did change jobs for career advancement. And so I began my presentation. Our team's well-coordinated and high-quality presentation raised attention among the other companies.
Thank you very much for your time today. We would like to propose a solution to your company's challenges.
Then, it was Urban Promote's turn. Ninose had no doubt that he would beat me in this pitch and win the contract. However, the client's reaction after he finished didn't seem promising, and he looked frustrated as he returned to his seat. Great job! The reaction was pretty good, right? I think we did well. After leaving the office, my team and I celebrated our promising performance. I was hoping to go home feeling accomplished, but...
Hey, I didn't hear anything about you being at Innovate Communications.
It was Ninose. He had come to vent his frustration from the pitch, completely forgetting his polite tone. I asked my other team members to go on ahead and decided to deal with him.
I became #1. There's no way I could lose to you, who ran away with your tail between your legs.
You're still obsessed with rankings, I see. Well, it's true that for a salesperson, rankings are important, but...
That's just a sore loser's excuse. If you're so great, tell me what your current rank is.
I'm 13th.
13? You're way below me. You talk as if there's something more important than rankings. And I thought it was just a loser's excuse, but it really is. Listen, it's natural for a salesperson to always aim for the top. To say there's something more important just because you can't get first place anymore is just running away. Don't you dare lecture me just because you got a job at a big company.
Greed is important for a salesperson, so in a way, what he's saying isn't wrong, but... That's if you're comparing salespeople at the same level. When I first transferred, I was forced to realize I was just a big fish in a small pond. I mean, at first, I was closer to the bottom than the top. In other words, being #1 in one place doesn't mean you have the same skill level everywhere else. It's a pretty obvious thing, really. So first, I properly accepted my own shortcomings and decided to just aim higher without worrying about my rank. If you're only satisfied with your rank, you'll never get any higher than that. Thanks to that, I was also able to get promoted to supervisor.
What?
Also, I don't know what you heard from our old boss, but I didn't run away. I was headhunted and changed jobs purely for career advancement.
What? Headhunted? I never got an offer like that.
Not every talented person gets headhunted, so there's some luck and timing involved. But I doubt anyone would want to recruit you as you are now. Not someone like you, who retaliates by stealing someone's girlfriend instead of improving yourself, and satisfies your ego by being #1 at a small company. Becoming #1 in sales is no easy feat. I'm sure you worked hard too, but if you get discouraged and resort to unfair methods, it all becomes meaningless. Is there any meaning in a #1 spot you got just because someone else left? You should focus on what's truly important. Perhaps something I said struck a chord, because he just groaned and said nothing. Seeing that he was no longer arguing back, I decided to leave. 2 weeks later, I received notice that her pitch had been accepted.
That's amazing, Yuki. You're sure to be a top performer again this time.
Thanks, it's all because you encouraged me. As I was catching up with Yuika while we walked.
Yuki!
Kotoka? What are you doing here?
I came for a job interview. I'm so glad I got to see you at least.
You came for an interview? Were you skilled enough to pass the document screening?
I've been looking for you everywhere. A few months ago, I found out that Kitaji has a serious girlfriend outside of the company. Kitaji was only dating me to keep up appearances at work. He never had any feelings for me at all. So, I broke up with him and quit Urban Promote. Now, I'm job hunting.
That part is probably true. But from her reaction just now, it seems she didn't apply to this company just to get a job. How did you know I was here?
Well, your interview was posted on a job search website. When you're looking for a new job, you start with companies that have good benefits, right?
Come to think of it, I remember that my name and photo were visible on that website. I never thought I'd be found out from a place like that.
Anyway, I just wanted to talk to you no matter what. I'm sure you still have feelings for me, right?
After the way you broke up with me, you think I'd still have feelings for you? Besides, I've already met someone important who I can grow with.
Uh-huh? Wait, Yuki?
Yuika looked confused as I suddenly turned my gaze to her. But then, as if understanding the meaning behind my look, her cheeks flushed. For the past few years, I've been competing and growing with her. In that time, I've developed strong feelings for her.
That was just a moment of confusion. And who is this woman? You used to love me so much.
A clear, sharp voice cut through our argument. I realized we were causing a scene inside the office and looked up to see the HR manager. I'm sorry, manager, to cause such a disturbance here. She was clearly furious. The manager's sharp gaze was fixed on Kotoka. I wondered what was going on.
No, this is,
So that's how Kotoka, who was clearly not skilled enough, managed to get an interview. By fabricating her achievements. The truth finally dawned on me, and the strange feeling I had made sense. I'm very sorry. It seems she wanted to talk to me, and used the job interview as an excuse. She probably thought if she got the job, great, and if not, she could at least use the interview as a pretext to find me. She was probably hoping to land a job at a good company, and get back at that spineless man who used and dumped her. I remembered how happy the HR manager was before my pitch, saying that someone with a great track record had applied. That must have included Kotoka, who had falsified her achievements. The disappointment upon learning her true nature must have been immense.
Please. He moved, so I don't know his address, and I couldn't even see him outside the office because I didn't know his work schedule. If I miss this chance, I'll never get another one. Oh wait, we're not done talking. Stop it.
It was the first time I had ever seen the calm HR manager so angry, but Kotoka's selfishness certainly warranted it. And so, Kotoka was forcibly removed from the premises and banned. Now, as for what happened to them after that. First, Ninose was thoroughly chewed out by his boss after that pitch.
Damn it! It's not enough that he lectured me, but now this!
After our confrontation, I had, of course, reported Ninose's behavior. Since I left on good terms, my message got through easily, and Ninose received a severe reprimand within the company. He got fed up with it, and, unlike me, tried to prove he could be number one at another company. He actually quit and attempted to switch to a major corporation, but...
I'm not getting any offers.
His applications would pass the screening, but he was rejected at every single interview, so he gave up on major companies. He compromised and managed to get a job at a publicly traded company, only to find out it was a sweatshop.
Damn it, I'll definitely become number one.
His obsession with being number one might be admirable in a way. Now, to meet his ridiculously high quotas and become number one again, He sometimes even sleeps at the office just to keep up. As for Kotaka, the fact that she had falsified her achievements spread throughout the industry, and she was blacklisted. As a result, she was rejected at the document screening stage for any similar job.
Not this one. Not this one either. Why?
In the end, she couldn't find a new job or a new boyfriend. She spends her days regretting her decision to dump me for another man. By the way, I have already apologized to the HR manager for the argument in the office. I got off with a light warning. After that, Yuika and I continued to push each other, constantly trading places in the sales rankings. Yuika, I want to thank you again. I'm where I am today because you recommended me. Thank you so much.
Oh, what's this all of a sudden? When you thanked me so directly, it makes me feel guilty somehow.
Huh? What do you have to be guilty about?
Of course I recognized your skills and personality, but I was also attracted to you. I can't ever tell anyone that my feelings were mixed in with my recommendation.
I wonder if the day will ever come when I can hear those inner thoughts of hers. It's a feeling so strong, it would be a shame if she took it to her grave. Well, as for us competitors, around the time of that pitch, our relationship of just competing was no longer enough. I'd like to have fun with you sometimes, maybe go out on a date. What do you think? I love you.
Yuki! I love you too. Yes, of course.
Obsessing over being number one isn't a bad thing. But no matter how many times you win, it means nothing if there's no substance behind it. This time, I want to be a great boyfriend, not just a colleague. In fact, I want to be the number one boyfriend she's ever had.
Okay, I'm off then.
Wait, hey, you forgot your lunch.
Seriously? A guy being supported by his wife? Never seen that before.
I thought house husbands only existed in TV shows. I can't believe they're real. Kinda lame.
Everyone has one or two secrets they can't tell anyone. For example, my wife Sumire, who's a top-tier career woman at work, is absolutely hopeless at housework. Her cooking sense is a total disaster, which we can handle with eating out, but not being able to clean makes daily life a mess.
Help me!
Back when we were both living alone, I lost count of how many times I rescued her from her garbage-filled apartment. It's not like she's hiding it on purpose, but if her coworkers ever found out, they'd probably faint. I'm Mitsuo Suwa. I'm 32, and ever since marrying Sumire, who's the same age as me, I've been a full-time house husband. Sumire works at a major TV network. She can't do housework at all, but her income is well above average.
Mitsuo, I'm seriously grateful. But are you really okay with being a house husband? People can be so judgmental.
It's fine, as long as we can build the best home environment for the two of us, that's all that matters. I used to run a staffing agency, but the business wasn't doing great, so I shut it down when we got married. Housework has always been both my hobby and my specialty, so I had no resistance to becoming a house husband.
Okay, I'm off then.
Wait, hey, you forgot your lunch. Making Sumira's bento is part of my daily routine. But more than that, getting her out the door on time, she's not a morning person, is the real challenge. Alright then, have a good day. Being a house husband still carries a lot of stigma, but I was living a fulfilling and peaceful life. Until...
Oh, good morning. Wait, Mitsuo, that outfit. Don't tell me, you're a house husband?
From that moment on, everything changed. They're Tsuyoshi Henken and his wife Kokoro, a newlywed couple who just moved in next door. Yes, actually, this is how we live our life.
Seriously? A guy being supported by his wife? Never seen that before.
I thought house husbands only existed in TV shows. I can't believe they're real. Kinda lame.
I chose this path knowing people might judge me based on bias alone. Since getting married, people occasionally called it unusual, but I rarely got outright insulted like this. That's why it was Sumire, who respects me deeply, that got angrier than I did.
Excuse me, but don't you think that's rude? Even if you don't know how delicious Mitsuo's cooking is or how spotless he keeps the house. People have things they're good at and things they're not. What's wrong with doing what you're good at?
It's not about good or bad. We're just surprised. Seriously, chill.
For someone snapping like that, maybe deep down they're embarrassed themselves.
Sumire should be used to people saying things, but today her tone was a lot firmer.
Every family has its circumstances. Please drop the judgment. I have work. See you.
She was probably trying to defend me. I sent her a grateful look and saw her off. But from that point on, the Henkin couple always looked at me with disdain.
Sorry I couldn't say more back there. They're neighbors and I couldn't push it further.
Since then, Samira has been clearly stressed from their constant snide remarks. Thanks for worrying, but really, I'm fine, so don't stress about it.
Okay, but maybe stop going out in the apron? It's like advertising that you're a house husband.
I take pride in my marriage with Sumire, and this apron is my uniform. Let me wear it how I want.
Well, if you say so, then I'm off for the day.
After seeing Samira off, I start the laundry, clean up breakfast, and dive into cleaning. I don't need some fancy robot vacuum. With my 4 sacred tools, duster, broom, dustpan, and rag, not a speck of dust escapes me. Even my rag is a handmade recycled towel I stitched myself, the ultimate partner. What? Do I seem that broke? Haha, not at all. Thanks to Samira's income, we live more than comfortably. Thrift is just my hobby. I finish my cleaning and check my custom daily calendar like always.
Hello, Suwa-san. Everyone's gathered already.
Coming! I reply to the familiar voice of a fellow housewife in the building. That's right, it's the veggie bargain day at the local supermarket. The veggie bargain lets you stuff a plastic bag full of veggies for just 500 yen, a super popular event. I'm the bag stuffing record holder, and every housewife in the building knows it.
Sensei, we're counting on you today.
I had no intention of keeping my veggie stuffing hack secret. About 10 local housewives, rookies and veterans alike, had gathered. They asked me to teach them the secret tricks from the record holder. The bargain bin is a battlefield. Are you all ready?
Of course.
Then let's head to war together. This creates high walls so nothing spills out. It's also key to stretch the bag just a bit so it doesn't tear. Go ahead. The housewives followed my lead and started inserting green onions the same way. Thanks to the onion wall, the bag's height basically doubled.
Amazing. This'll hold twice as many veggies as before. Thank you, Sensei.
Now stuff it with your favorite veggies. Just be careful. If the bag rips, it's invalid. Everyone ended up taking home a massive haul of veggies from the store.
Thanks so much. I heard you're great at cooking too. Can you teach us some budget recipes? And you're awesome at cleaning and laundry, right? You're totally a domestic god. Open a class already. Yeah. Rice prices are up, electricity is up, gas is up. We've got to save money or we won't make it.
There were so many requests, and with a little push from Sumire, I decided to open a budget-focused housework class a few days later. What are the 3 habits you should ditch to cut food expenses?
Brand name loyalty, obsession with domestic products, but still be health conscious, shelf life obsession.
What are the 3 tricks to slash your electricity bill?
Plastic curtain for the fridge, clean the AC filter often, unplug unused appliances.
Luxury is the enemy.
Luxury is the enemy.
With all that, the budget housework class became a huge hit. It was the perfect opportunity to get closer with the other residents.
Sumire, you're so lucky, having such a hardworking and popular husband like Mitsuo. I'm glad I can be of help to everyone. Maybe we should treat ourselves to a fancy dinner tonight. Totally. You've been saving so much lately, and Mitsuo needs a break too, right? Right? I think I'll go ahead and make a reservation.
Sumire was genuinely happy that I'd become a local star as a charismatic house husband and found a way to contribute.
He's a natural leader and super reliable, so there's no doubt Mitsuo should be the condo board president.
Then, at another meeting, I was officially nominated and elected president by a large majority vote. Thank you so much. I really do want to help, but is it really okay for someone like me to take the role?
The majority voted for you, so yes. Stand tall. I'll support you however I can too.
With Sumire backing me up, I gladly accepted the role of president and resolved to do even more for the residents.
Of course a guy who doesn't even work ends up as president. I mean, he's a house husband.
Right? Just because he's on friendly terms with the housewife crowd, he thinks he's some dependable guy or something.
As expected, they were the only ones upset about my election, watching with clear displeasure and grumbling to each other. I hope my becoming president doesn't just build more resentment in them. That uneasy feeling would soon prove to be spot on.
President, please do something. We've had it.
A while after I became president, complaints from residents started flooding in. Late night noise, smoking on the balcony, improper garbage sorting, even keeping banned pets. And all of them were about the Henken couple. Being their neighbor, I noticed and warned them well before anyone else even realized. But they refused to listen, broke all the rules, and ended up bothering everyone.
But even as president, it's hard to keep scolding your next-door neighbors non-stop. Didn't I hear that Mitsuo used to run a staffing agency? Don't you know someone? Yeah, like maybe you could arrange a strict on-site manager through your old contracts.
We won't cut them slack just because they're neighbors, but I'll reevaluate the staffing options.
I'll see if there's anything I can do on my end too, so please give us some time.
One day, Tsuyoshi and Kokoro peer down from their balcony at a group of TV crew outside the building.
Hey, Kakaro, that looks like one of those street interviews. Let's get on TV.
Sounds fun! Let's post the interview on social media. Might get us more followers.
They went out of their way to get dressed up and quickly rode the elevator down.
Hi there. You two live in this condo? Mind if we interview you really quick?
An interview, huh? Geez, what do you think? Should we do it?
Well, you seem a little desperate, so I guess we'll help you out. Thank you. We're from Love Koi TV's news program. The theme is Nightmare Neighbors. We're collecting stories unique to apartment living. Can you share any personal troubles with us?
Yeah, well, there's this house husband guy here who just wanders around during the day like he's got nothing better to do. People are starting to wonder if it's appropriate for the condo atmosphere, you know? Worse yet, that guy's your condo board president. I mean, guess he's got time for it, right?
Egged on by the interviewer, they kept blabbing non-stop. They totally forgot they claimed to be in a rush and kept complaining on camera. Then...
That's not true at all. He's always working hard for the sake of the whole building. Yeah, don't say baseless things. If anyone's the problem here, it's... Oh, don't mind them. They're just hitting menopause a little early, that's all. They always huddle in gossip circles anyway. I guess they've got too much free time, huh?
It wasn't even complaints anymore. It was just plain slander, and the reporter looked visibly uneasy. Ignoring the woman's rebuttals, Tsuyoshi and Kokoro kept ranting on and on.
Kakaro, the show's starting!
When the interview aired, the Henkens were ready, sitting in front of the TV with their recording set.
What the hell? They're making us out to be the villains?
In reality, many residents had spoken to the crew, expressing their complaints about the noise, trash, smoking, etc. The segment ended with a direct confrontation with the couple responsible. Even though their faces were blurred and voices altered, Tsuyoshi and Kokoro were furious about being treated like the culprits.
Hello? Get me the producer of that show. This is Love Koi TV, right?
Tsuyoshi called the TV station in anger.
Hi, this is Sua Sumire, the producer in charge.
Suwa? Wait, don't tell me.
Tsuyoshi Henken, right? I'm your next-door neighbor, Tsumere Suwa. Thanks again for the interview.
Yes, it was Sumire who had arranged for her own show to hit the Henkens with reality.
What the hell is this? You set us up?
Set you up? Not at all. We conducted interviews about condo problems and received overwhelming complaints about you. We gave the main culprits, you, a chance to speak. Equal opportunity. That's it. There were no lies. Your privacy was protected. It was a proper investigative report. Is that a problem?
Grr.
Unable to argue with her logic, the Henken couple slammed the phone down, grinding their teeth in frustration. Even after all that, the couple still refused to change their behavior. Everyone was fed up with how shameless they were until one night.
What the hell? I can't believe you!
Calm down. Just listen to me first, okay? A loud noise echoed from the Henkens unit, different from the usual ruckus. Neighbors started to gather. It sounded like glass breaking. Is everything okay? What happened? As the condo board president and their neighbor, I rushed over right away. The door was wide open, and inside, Kokoro was hurling stuff at Tsuyoshi.
You cheating bastard! Get out of this house!
I'm sorry. It was just once, I swear. I wasn't thinking. Please believe me.
There was no need to ask. The shouting made it clear that Tsuyoshi had cheated. It took a while, but with a lot of talking, Kokoro finally calmed down.
Sorry for the scene. I'm okay now, really.
We're sorry for the trouble. This is now a private matter between husband and wife. Please give us some space.
For once, Tsuyoshi spoke politely, but his face was so pale and drenched in sweat, he barely looked alive. Understood, but if anything comes up, don't hesitate to reach out. After that, it seemed Tsuyoshi was somehow forgiven for his one-time affair. He looked like he was finally getting back to normal after being a walking corpse for a while.
What the hell is this? Who the hell is this guy?
Like I had a choice! You're the one who cheated first!
What happened this time? Are you alright? It was a weekend afternoon, so unlike last time, Samira was able to come with me to the scene. Once again, the door was wide open, and Tsuyoshi was throwing Kokoro's clothes and bags around.
You trashed me when I messed up, and now you go and cheat too? What the hell were you thinking?
Wow, you really want to talk. Unlike you, he's actually a real man. Ooh, yikes. So now the roles are reversed, huh?
I silently nod. This time it was Kokoro's affair that sparked the fight.
Hee-haw? Mine was a one-time mistake, but Kokoro's still doing it?
And what of it? Like there's any real difference.
Of course there's a difference. If it's still going on, that means you have no intention of fixing things with me.
Like you ever had any intention of fixing things yourself. Don't act like you're the victim here.
Since it was daytime on a weekend, way more residents than last time had gathered to watch the drama unfold.
Ugh, this crowd's embarrassing as hell. I can't live here anymore.
Same here. I can't wait to get out of this place I shared with you. I couldn't stand how they treated Mitsuo, but now I almost feel a little sorry for them. Maybe I pushed too hard.
You're too kind, Sumire. You didn't do anything wrong. None of this is your fault, so don't let it weigh on you. Hearing our exchange, I gently comforted Sumire, who looked slightly guilty. Then a few days later...
Suo, we're really sorry for all the trouble. Thanks for everything while we were neighbors. And I'm sorry for all the awful things I said to you.
It's fine. I wish you both the best in your new lives. I made sure to keep a smile on my face until the very end, not leaving any bitterness behind. I didn't plan to scold them for mocking me in the past, but I did insist they apologize to the residents. They looked sour but followed my instructions and went door to door to apologize to everyone. Later, I heard the Henken couple moved out and their divorce was finalized.
You're the one who started all this by cheating first, so pay up on the damages.
Huh? Mine was one time, yours was ongoing. Pretty clear who's more at fault, don't you think?
They each hired lawyers and demanded high alimony from one another, an all-out mudslinging legal war. Eventually, they reached a settlement, but honestly, I couldn't care less about people who no longer live here. Anyway, with the rule-breaking Henken couple gone, the condo finally regained its peace and quiet. These days, the only complaints I get as president are peaceful ones, like requests to hold more community events.
That's great, Mitsuo. As expected of you, but are you maybe feeling a bit underwhelmed lately?
Underwhelmed? No way, peace is the best. Still, there was something in the way Sumire said that, like something was left unsaid. I do think about maintaining order as president, but that's only secondary. My top priority has always been our future together, Sumire. That'll never change. You can count on that.
Thanks. Maybe it's just me, but sometimes you feel so far away. I guess it's because you're just so good at everything. Sorry for saying weird stuff, just forget it.
I didn't respond with words. I simply held Sumire tighter. Everyone has things they're good and bad at. What matters is mutual respect. And with that thought, I hugged her even more firmly. Now, let's rewind time a little. In a dingy underground room of a rundown building, I met with a young man and woman. Thanks again, you really helped me out. I handed each of them a thick envelope.
It was easy. He was a textbook scumbag. Nothing but pride and no substance.
The wife, though, kept begging me to see me again. Had to ghost her completely.
Nice work. I rushed the job, so there's a little extra in there for you. Take it. The man peeked into the envelope and let out a small cheer.
Are you sure we can take this much? Are you a full-time house husband now?
Yeah, and you don't have that fancy flow from the old breakup gig anymore.
It's nice that my former agents worry about me, but I just chuckled and replied. No worries. This is exactly why I've been living a frugal life as a charismatic house husband, to prepare for moments like this.